Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
In this bulletin, NFP refuses to take a position on calls for George Spade's release. 2 new MPs sworn in. And Education Ministry to strengthen counselling services.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Atera Lendua.
The National Federation Party has refused to take a public position on whether 2000 coup leader George Spate should be released from prison. Opposition leader Ratu Nainga Malala has called for Spate and Ratu Inoke Takiwekata to be released by the president via the Mercy Commission. FBC News asked NFP leader Professor Biman Prasad whether they support the release of Spate, who led the overthrow of the Fiji Labour Party coalition government.
Our position is not on any individual. Our position is the establishment of the Mercy Commission, which was always there, it's part of the independent institutions.
2 new members of parliament have been sworn in. Fiji First candidate Virendra Lal and Social Democratic Liberal Party candidate Tanya Wanganika have taken their oaths in the House and now become elected MPs for their respective parties. Lal takes over from Vijendra Prakash, who resigned from the Fiji First government on Monday. Wanganika is the replacement for former Leader of Opposition and Sedalpa's MP Sitibeni Rambuka. Despite a reduction of $17.1 million in the Education Ministry's budget for 2020 and 2021, the minister says they will continue to ensure that students' education is not affected. Rosie Akbar says under the Free Tuition and Textbooks Initiative, 151,692 primary and 64,019 secondary school students have been assisted in this financial year. Akbar also highlighted that 70,801 students have been assisted under the subsidized bus fare scheme and 32,927 through the rural transport vouchers this year. Under the tertiary scholarship loan scheme, 44,812 students have been assisted.
We're very mindful as a government that families face even more hardship today due to COVID-19, and the government remains committed to providing free education, free textbooks, free bus fare subsidization. Mr. Speaker said, as honourable members of this parliament, we need to ensure that our children are fully equipped to handle the challenges of the future, some of which may be even worse than COVID-19.
The Education Ministry will strengthen its counselling and mentoring programs at various schools across the country. Assistant Minister Joseph Nunn says around 1,665 students have undergone the counselling program from August to October on social issues that may hinder their study. Nunn states the National Drugs and Substance Abuse Advisory Council is spearheading this program, and their recent findings show that at least 72% of the students being counselled have shown some form of improvement.
The number of improvement is 1,229 students. 73% reflect the success rate of this mentoring program offered at schools. In the same reporting period, that is between August to October 2020, 187 students were counselled, which resulted in 72% success, where 136 students showed improvement.
The Heritage in Youth Hands program by the Shangri-La Fijian Resort in partnership with the Singatoka Sand Dunes aims to ensure children make sustainable decisions. This will ensure children make use of natural resources available in their community. Resort's Corporate Social Responsibility Manager, Merioni Mataika, says they have involved students from 5 schools within the Coral Coast who are now taking on the initiative. Mataika says these students are also trained junior rangers who have the responsibility to look after the sand dunes.
These children, they come from families who are resource users, who are resource owners, and if we can just click a fire in them now, they will grow up into decision makers who can make like sustainable management decisions when using their natural environment.
The Fijian Broadcasting Corporation's West Roadshow from tomorrow will be a fun-filled affair. FBC and its 6 radio stations staff will be going on a tour around Vitilevu, giving listeners a chance to meet their favorite hosts and get their hands on a free calendar. Today FM Programs Director Mario Fasala says this is an opportunity for the staff to reach out to the people in the grassroots, as many have been affected by the pandemic.
We'll be doing stopovers along the way from beginning from Korovo, and whoever we meet along the way will stop over at various villages as well. So it's a big event. It's around 3 days, but we believe it's going to be an epic time as well for us.
The roadshow will begin at 8 a.m. tomorrow in Korobo town, and the team will move on to Rakiraki, stopping along villages. On Friday, the team will visit Lotoka and Singatoka. The roadshow ends on Saturday at Prince Charles Park in Nandi. Up ahead, bright future for young flying Fijians. And Army Netball steps up Sukuna Bowl.
Oira na ngone no de nunu enda be singe ni mataka.
Mersi sunga da kena loma dina kena be karon.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina na baksa ngai ka wala loma takina ngone. Dala bina oya o meliki.
Bulre oya o Samuel Samuli.
Nama kikira enda be mataka.
Oni tikina magrombuka.
Ni wai tiri kalima na miniti me ona kina tiri na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji One na ndomo ibiti.
Pinda pinda na mataka. Dan ramai na singabo.
Former Flying Fijians Lock and Fiji Rugby Union High Performance Manager Simon Raiwalu is excited about our journey to the next World Cup. Raiwalu revealed on the FBC Sports Hub program that the Flying Fijians' win against Georgia over the weekend raised a few positive points for the people behind the scenes. The former Flying Fijians captain picked Nesulame Kunavula as one of the standout performers and believes the flanker has a big future.
Great to see Mesu come in. One of the pathways through the sevens, through the high performance, graduating to the Flying 15s. It's been frustrating a couple of years for him developing in Edinburgh. Maybe not as many minutes as he has wanted, but he's shown that he's grown in the last couple of years there.
The Army Netball team is ready to take the court tomorrow in the 2020 FMF Rise Fiji Rise Sukuna Bowl. Army will take on arch rivals Police in another much anticipated playoff at the National Netball Centre in Suva. The Police team is laced with national and district reps, but the Army Netball side is not intimidated by this. Coach Philomena Korovuluvula adds preparations have been on par.
The mindset is very high at the moment. A bunch of new girls, and some experienced players are there, and playing the police team. Police team are lots of national reps in their team. But the only thing I told them, it doesn't matter. They lots of national reps in there. Just believe in them, and they can do it in the competition this week.
Fans can expect a bigger and exciting 11th Combat Ulunakau Sevens tournament that will begin on Friday at Ratu Thakumbau Park in Osori. A total of 24 teams have confirmed their participation, including Marist and Sabusabu Sevens champs Tambadamu, Ulunakau Rugby, and 2 Shadow National Sevens teams, Fiji Barbers Blue and Fiji Barbers White. Tournament director Malakaya Maiwawa says the format of having the top 6 and 2 best teams from pool play will encourage a highly competitive tournament.
We are very blessed that we have top teams, and especially we have the Fiji Barbers White and Fiji Barbers Blue participating in this year's tournament, which has added flavors to the tournament. The top teams from the 6th pool will qualify to the main main quarterfinal, the top teams, and the best 2 from the 6 pools will join the 6 teams to make up the quarterfinals, the main cup quarterfinals.
Hard work pays off. This rings true for bodybuilder Jamie Lee Mitchell, who will, for the first time, take part in the Mr. Fiji Championship on Saturday. After giving birth to her first baby 2 years ago, Mitchell felt insecure about her body. With the help of her partner, the reigning Mr. Fiji Jordan Pillay, and rigorous training sessions in the gym, Mitchell grew to love bodybuilding. Mitchell says it takes a lot of commitment and hard work to be at the level she is in.
I love the sport because it makes people work hard and it makes you love yourself more than you think you should. And I think I really encourage a lot of females to do it. And I notice nowadays there are a lot of people that have negativity towards themselves, especially us females, and getting back from pregnancy and just feeling in like a ditch.
A mixture of sun, clouds and rain are being experienced over most parts of the country. Conditions are mostly humid. A trough of low pressure, which lies to the north of Fiji, continues to bring intervals of rain. That's your FBC News now. Join us at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. You need news you can trust. Get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth. Good afternoon.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही है।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।